There are moments when life seems to be breaking us apart, when the structures we built, the identities we wore, begin to crumble. It feels like loss. It feels like breaking, but perhaps life is simply breaking us open, freeing us from who we are not, shattering the illusion that we were ever separate, ever solid, ever truly in control. We spend so much of our lives running from this moment, running toward a future that never arrives, running from a past that is already gone. We are always elsewhere, but what if just for now we stopped? What if we simply arrived? Right here, in the center of the noise, in the center of the confusion, in the center of the breaking. What do you find here, beneath the stories, beneath the planning, beneath the fear? Who is it that is watching all of this? Who is it that is aware of the thoughts, aware of the heartbeat, aware of this very moment? This is the call. Not a call to do anything, not a call to fix or change or become better. It is a call to simply be, to be present with what is. We look for peace outside ourselves. We think peace is a destination, a place we will get to when everything is finally perfect. When the job is right, the relationship is healed, the world is quiet. But peace is not a destination. Peace is our home. It is the space in which all the noise is happening. It is the silence underneath the storm. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds the thunder, the lightning, the clouds, and the clear blue. It all passes through you. But you, the vast open awareness, you remain. This journey isn't about becoming a different person. It's about remembering who you have always been, before the roles, before the names, before the wounds, before you learn to be anything other than presence itself. We have been taught to live in the mind. The mind is a beautiful tool. It analyzes, it plans, it remembers, but it is not you. It is a processor. You are the consciousness that powers it. And the heart, the heart. The heart is not just an organ. It is a doorway, a portal to a different kind of knowing, a knowing that is not based on thought but on feeling, on being, on unity. For so long we have lived as fragments, believing we are just this mind, just this body, just this collection of memories and fears. But the breaking is an invitation. It's the light getting in, the light that shows us we are not the fragment, we are the whole. We are so afraid of our own pain. We run from it, we numb it, we distract ourselves. But what if the pain is just energy? What if it's just a visitor knocking on the door of our awareness? What if, instead of bolting the door, we just opened it? What if we just sat with it, with compassion? Not to make it go away, but just to be with it, to say, I see you. You are welcome here. You are part of this human experience. What happens then? The energy begins to soften. The resistance fades. And in the space where the resistance was, we find peace. We find ourselves. This path is simple, but it is not easy. It requires courage. The courage to be still. The courage to feel. The courage to let go of the story of me. Who are you when the story of me falls away? Who are you when the striving stops? Who are you? Right now, this is the only question that matters, and the answer is not in words. The answer is in the stillness, in the presence, in the breath, this moment, this one. It is all there is. It is the gateway to eternity. You don't have to seek it. You just have to stop and receive it. You are already here. You have always been here. Welcome home. Comment presence if you feel you are ready to remember who you truly are. Block 2. The illusion of the ego. We all have this companion. This voice in the head. The one that narrates our life. The one that judges, criticizes, compares. The one that tells us who we are. I am smart. I am not good enough. I am a failure. I am a success. We call it me. We call it the ego. And we are at war with it. We try to silence it, to fix it, to transcend it. We meditate to get rid of it. We go on quests to defeat it, but the one who is trying to defeat the ego is just another part of the ego. It's a game, a beautiful, intricate illusion. What if the ego is not an enemy? What if it's not a mistake? What if it's just a costume? A role you are playing in this grand cosmic drama? A mask you agreed to wear, and you got so good at wearing it, you forgot it was a mask. You forgot the vast, silent, loving awareness that is underneath. The ego is built on fear. Its primary function is survival. It creates a story of me as separate from you, separate from that, separate from God, separate from the universe. And because it feels separate, it feels afraid, afraid of disappearing, afraid of not being enough, afraid of death. So it tries to control everything. It tries to control the world, control others, control outcomes. It builds walls. It accumulates. It defends. It lives in the past, carrying grievances. It lives in the future, chasing desires or rehearsing fears. The one place the ego cannot survive is the present moment. Because in the pure, simple awareness of now, there is no past to regret, there is no future to fear, there is just this. And in this, the ego has no foothold. It begins to dissolve. Have you ever watched your own mind? Just observed it, like you are watching clouds pass in the sky, without judgment, without trying to change anything, just witnessing. A thought of anger arises. Ah, anger. A thought of sadness comes. Ah, sadness. A memory, a plan, a judgment. Ah, just more thoughts. When you do this, something magical happens. You begin to notice that you are not the thoughts. You are the watcher of the thoughts. You are the space in which the thoughts appear and disappear. The thoughts are the weather. You are the sky. The ego is not bad. It is simply limited. It's a program, and we are running this program, believing it is our entire operating system. But our true nature is the programmer. It is the awareness behind the program. When you see this, when you see the ego for what it is, a tight bundle of fear, memory, and habit, you can stop fighting it. You can start to have compassion for it. You can see its fear, its insecurity, and you can hold it, like a mother holds a frightened child. You can say to it, "It's okay, I see you're scared, but we are safe, the awareness is safe, the love is here." This is not about destroying the ego, it is about disidentifying from it. It's about expanding your awareness, so that you see you are not just the ego. You are the vastness that contains the ego. You are the ocean, and the ego is just one small temporary wave. What happens when you stop identifying with the wave? You stop being afraid of the other waves. You stop being afraid of the rocks. You stop being afraid of crashing on the shore, because you realize you are not the wave. You are the entire ocean, and you can't crash on the shore, because you are the shore. You are it all. The ego's greatest fear is disappearance, but when we observe it with love, when we bathe it in the light of our presence, it doesn't die. It relaxes. It dissolves. It merges back into the vastness from which it came. It returns to love. Everything we do, every single thing the human being does, is a search for love. The ego seeks it through achievement, through power, through approval. It's looking for love in all the wrong places, because it's looking for it outside. But the love we are seeking is the love that we are. It is the very nature of the awareness that is looking. You are not a person seeking love. You are love seeking itself. And the ego is just the part of you that has forgotten. So, be gentle with your ego. Be gentle with this human part of you. It is doing the best it can, with the limited tools of separation and fear. Just watch it. Hold it in your awareness. Hold it in your love. And watch it. Watch it come home. Block 3, the journey of surrender. We are a culture of doing, of striving, of pushing. We believe we are the ones making it all happen. The little I at the center of the universe. We row our boat, frantically, against the current. We think we know where the river is supposed to go, and we are so very tired. What is surrender? It is not defeat. It is not giving up. It is not passivity. Surrender is dropping the oars. It is turning the boat around and realizing the river was always taking you where you needed to go. It is trusting the flow. It is aligning with a wisdom far greater than the thinking mind. Surrender is the moment you stop fighting what is. We fight reality all day long. It shouldn't be raining, but it is raining. He shouldn't have said that, but he did. I shouldn't feel this way, but you do. All this should and shouldn't. This is the war. This is the source of all our suffering. Suffering is not the pain itself. Suffering is the resistance to the pain. Surrender is the end of resistance. It is saying yes to this moment, exactly as it is, because it is already here. Fighting it is like arguing with gravity. It is insanity. When you say yes to the moment, even a difficult moment, even a moment of pain or confusion, something shifts. The energy that was bound up in resistance is liberated. It becomes presence. It becomes peace. This is the great paradox. The moment you fully accept your non-peace, you become peaceful. The moment you fully accept your fear, you find courage. The moment you fully accept your brokenness, you discover you were never broken. We think surrender is a weakness, but it is the ultimate strength. It takes no strength to fight. The ego does that automatically. It takes immense strength to be soft, to be open, to trust, to let go. Think of a great tree in a storm. The rigid branches, they snap, but the flexible branches, the ones that bend with the wind, they survive. Surrender is that flexibility. It is the wisdom of the water which flows around the obstacle without ever losing its nature. Who is it that needs to control? It is the small self, the ego, the part that is afraid, the part that thinks it's separate. But the deeper the awareness, the soul, it doesn't need to control anything because it knows it is everything. It is one with the flow. It is the flow. How do you practice this? You practice with the small things. You're stuck in traffic. The mind flares up. This is terrible. I'm going to be late. And you notice the tension in your shoulders. You notice the story in your mind. And you breathe. You look out the window. You feel the steering wheel under your hands. You listen to the sound of the rain. And you say, here I am, in traffic. This is the moment. You have surrendered. You have returned to the now. And in the now, there is no problem. There is just traffic and you being aware of it. This journey is not about getting to a perfect state of surrender. This journey is the practice of surrendering, moment by moment by moment, letting go and letting go and letting go again. You let go of your idea of how your life should be, and you open to the life that is, and you discover the life that is infinitely more beautiful, more mysterious, and more loving than the small story your mind could ever invent. You are being guided. You are being held. The same intelligence that grows the trees and spins the galaxies is beating your heart, is breathing your breath. Can you trust it? Can you trust that it knows what it is doing? Can you let go and let this mystery live through you? This is the invitation. This is the journey. From the mind to the heart, from control to trust, from separation to unity. If this message resonates with what is truest in you, subscribe and walk with us on this journey of consciousness. Block 4. Love as our original nature. We have such strange ideas about love. We think love is something we get, something we find in another person, a transaction, an emotion. We say, I love you, and often what we mean is, I love how you make me feel. I need you. I possess you. This is the love of the ego. It is conditional. It is based on need. It is rooted in fear. It is the attachment, and anything we are attached to, we will suffer over, because everything changes, everything passes. But there is another love, a love that is not an emotion, a love that is not a transaction, a love that does not come through and go. It is the love that is. It is the fabric of the universe. It is the space between the atoms. It is the awareness that is listening to these words right now. This love is not something you do. It is what you are. It is your original nature. When the mind is quiet, when the fear is seen, when the identification with the little I dissolves, what is left? Love. Just love. A vast, open, peaceful, radiant presence. It is not your love. It is the love, operating through the vessel you call me. This love is unconditional. It doesn't need a reason. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It just shines, like the sun. The sun does not decide who to shine on. It doesn't shine on the good people and withhold its light from the bad people. It doesn't shine on the flowers and avoid the weeds. It just shines. That is our true nature. When you look at a tree, can you just look at it without the label tree, without the judgment, that's a nice tree or that's an ugly tree? Can you just be present with the isness of the tree? In that space of pure presence, there is no you and tree. There is just connection. There is just unity. That feeling, that recognition, that is love. When you look at another person, can you see past their role, past their personality, past their beliefs, past the story your mind has about them? Can you see the awareness in them, the same awareness that is in you? Can you see the light, the soul that is wearing their particular costume? When you see that, you are seeing God. You are seeing yourself. And the only possible response is love. This love includes everything. It includes the joy. It includes the pain. It includes the light. It includes the darkness. The ego wants to pick and choose. It wants this, but not that. But love, true love, holds it all. It holds the whole human experience in a vast, compassionate embrace. Será que o amor é algo que você sente ou o que você é? Is love something you feel or what you are? You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a single drop. All of it. The love you are searching for is the awareness that is searching. So how do we live this? We practice. We practice seeing the love in all things. We practice being the love. When you meet someone, instead of meeting them with your mind, meet them with your heart. Meet them with your presence. See the light in their eyes. When you are in nature, be silent. Listen. Feel the connection. Feel how you are not in nature. You are nature. And most importantly, we practice on ourselves. We practice loving this. This human being, with all its flaws, its fears, its confusion. We stop judging ourselves. We stop trying to be perfect. We just hold ourselves in this unconditional, spacious, loving awareness. You are a being of love. You have just forgotten. And this whole life, this whole beautiful, messy, glorious life is just one long remembering. Block 5. The silence and the awakening. We are so addicted to noise, the noise of the world, the noise of our phones, and most of all, the endless, relentless noise of our own minds. We are afraid of silence, because in the silence, the things we have been running from begin to surface. The feelings, the fears, the emptiness. But what if the emptiness is not empty? What if it is full? What if the silence is not an absence of sound, but the presence of everything? Silence is the womb of creation. It is the canvas on which the painting of life appears. It is the space in which all sound happens. We are so focused on the sounds, we forget the silence, but the silence is always here, underneath the traffic, underneath the music, underneath the thoughts. It is the background, it is the foundation, it is our home, the home we never left. When you sit and you just listen, what do you hear? You hear the sounds outside, a car, a bird. You hear the sounds inside, the breath, the heartbeat. But if you listen, even more deeply, you can begin to hear the silence. The vast, living stillness that is holding all the sounds. Who is it that is hearing this? This is the great inquiry. Who am I? You are not the body. The body changes. It gets old. You observe the body. You are not the mind. The thoughts change. They come and go. You observe the mind. You are not the emotions. The feelings rise and fall like waves. You observe the emotions. So, who are you? Quem é você quando o pensamento se cala? Who are you when the thought is silent? You are the observer, the witness, the awareness, the silence. This is the awakening. It is not a dramatic event. It is not fireworks. It is a simple, quiet shift in perspective, a shift from being in the movie to being the screen on which the movie is playing. Two different roles, one reality. You are the awareness, you are the consciousness, you are the silent, loving presence that has been watching your entire life unfold. This awareness has no age, it has no gender, it has no nationality, it was never born, and it will never die. It is pure, peaceful, eternal, and it is you, it is your truest self. When you rest in this awareness, the world doesn't necessarily change. There is still traffic. There is still conflict, there is still pain, but you have changed. Your relationship to it has changed. You are no longer a victim of life. You are the presence in which life is happening. You are dancing with it. You are one with it. The silence is not something to be achieved. It is something to be recognized. It is here, right now, in this breath. Can you feel it? This is the peace that passes all understanding. This is who you are. Block 6, the return to now, the final return. And so, we arrive. Where have we arrived? Exactly where we started. Here, now, in this one, eternal, precious moment. The journey of the spirit is not a journey of distance. It is not about going somewhere. It is not about becoming someone. Não há nada que você precise se tornar, apenas lembrar o que já é. There is nothing you need to become, only to remember what you already are. You are the presence. You are the love. You are the silence. You are not the story. You are the consciousness that observes the story. You are not the wave. You are the ocean. O que sobra quando o controle desaparece? What remains when control disappears? Life, just life, flowing, unfolding, perfectly. And you are that. You are not separate from that. We came from love. We live our lives, sometimes forgetting, and we return to love. It is the only journey there is. So take this feeling of peace, this quiet, this presence. Take it with you. When you go back into the noise, remember the silence that holds it. When you are in conversation, remember the presence that is listening. When you feel the old habits of fear or judgment arise, meet them with this vast, compassionate, loving awareness. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind. This is not a race. It is not a test. It is a remembering, an unfolding, a flowering. Thank you for walking this path together, for sitting in this presence. The love that I am sees and honors the love that you are. We are all just walking each other home. Now is all there is. Be here now. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and continue with us. Every meeting is a reminder that now is all there is.